Students, in this video we are going to see Himalayan rivers. We are starting. The major Himalayan rivers are Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra, and these rivers are long and they are joined in by many large and important tributaries. When we are seeing in the map downside, it is given the map, we can see the North Indian rivers. It is long because it is starting from the Himalayan and want to reach to Bay of Bengal or Arabian Sea. So it is the total length of the rivers. It is long. It is more than 2000 kilometers, all the North Indian rivers. Then we can see the many tributaries, each and every river having the many tributaries. Indus here itself 5 rivers, and Ganga with many more than near about 8 to 10 tributaries, like that many tributaries also we can see. The next sentence, these rivers are long and joined by next, a river along with its tributaries may be called the river system. When we are studying about one river and its tributaries all together, we will call it is a river system. It is known as the river system, and we are calling it river system. A river and its tributaries all together, we will call it river system. What we will call it? River system. And what is river system? A river along with its tributaries, we are calling it as a river system. Then we are going to see Indus river, and in the map we can see Indus river. It is starting from the northern part of Himalaya, because Himalayan ranges it is coming like this, and this is the southern side and this is the northern side. So it is starting from northern side of Himalaya and coming to India. Then it is flowing through India and reaching to Pakistan, and slowly it will reach to Arabian Sea. So that is the flow of Indus river. Okay, let us see. The river Indus rises in Tibet and near in the lake Mansarovar. And from where Indus river it is starting? It is starting from Mansarovar, and this is the longest North Indian river, that is 2900 kilometers. But problem is we are having only 1/3, and rest of the part it is flowing through Pakistan. Okay, then next one, flowing west. It is in the starting it is flowing to west side, and it enters in India in the Ladakh district of Jammu and Kashmir, and it forms a picturesque gorge in this part. We can see it is showed in the textbook how it is coming to India. 1 minute, let me see that picture. I will show you people. Okay, like this gorge area it is coming to coming to India, means that there will be a cutting of the mountain, and there will be like valleys, V-shaped or U-shaped valleys, and that is very narrow, and in that narrow area that we are calling it gorge, in that through that area it is coming to India. Then next sentence, when we are now we are going to discuss the different branches or tributaries of this Indus river. Then several tributaries like Saskar, the Nubra, and Shyok and Hunsa are joining in Kashmir region. These four small tributaries it is joining in Kashmir region itself. Then Indus flows through the Balstan and Gilgit and emerge in the from the mountain Attock. Means some of the other tributaries it is coming from other not from the Tibet area, it is coming from the northern side of Himalayan, and it is joined to Indus river. Then next one, the Satluj, the Beas, the Ravi, and the Chenab and Jhelum join together to enter the Indus river near to the Mithankot in Pakistan. When it is reaching to Pakistan, that time it will come together and joining. We can see here Indus river, then the tributaries of that one, Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, then the Beas that is coming and joining with the Satluj. All together it is coming and joining here. And this area, why we was calling this our Punjab, and other part of this of Pakistan part also it is known as Punjab, because the presence of these 5 rivers, that's why it is known as Punjab. So we want to remember 5 rivers name. Indus, that is the main river, then Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Satluj and Beas. All these rivers name we want to remember, because next year we want to study the dams and like that. So that time it is coming in Satluj river, there is some dams, very important one. Then in Chenab there is some important dams that we are using in India we are using, and we are taking that water for our agriculture purpose. Okay, then we are moving to the next part. Okay, then next one, when it is reaching to Pakistan, then it is flowing to south side. Up to that time it is flowing to western side. Half it is western, slowly it is western, and we can see this one. They all the river starting of the river, they are flowing to western side. Then it is moving to southwest side and reaching to the total one point. Then it is directly going to southward and reaching to Arabian Sea. So starting of the Indus river flowing to westward, then slowly it is the course it is changing to southward. Okay, then and when it is it is reaching to Arabian Sea, at which point it is in the east of Karachi, it is reaching to Arabian Sea. The Indus plain has very gentle slope, very good slope. That's why then with the total length of the 2,900 kilometers, total length of the river, that is 2,900 kilometers, that we already said. That's why it is the longest river in the when we are comparing with other two rivers, Brahmaputra and Ganga. Then next one, Indus is one of the longest river in the rivers in the world. If we are taking 10 longest river, Indus is coming one of the longest river in the world. Then a little over a third of the Indus basin is located in India, and there are in the states of Jammu and Kashmir, then Himachal Pradesh, Punjab, and rest part it is there in the Pakistan. Means one third, less than one third it is coming we are getting in India, rest of the part it is going to Pakistan. So we are having some treaty between, because how we can use the water in that. According to the regulations of Indian water treaty of 1960, India can use only 20% of the total water carried by the Indus river. How much it is? If they are it is coming 100 liter, then we can use only 20 liter, like that 20% only we can make use. Then this water we are using for the irrigation in Punjab, Haryana, and the southern and western part of Rajasthan. And we will study this one again in 10th standard in the agriculture lesson, and how we are making use this water and what happened because of this water. Because the small area only we can irrigate with this river, because it is flowing to Pakistan, rest of the part though. So in Punjab it is happening the over what we can say over irrigation. So soil degradation is very much in Haryana and Punjab area, that you will study in 10th standard. So according to the Indus Water Treaty in 1960, please underline that one and learn it. And we are using that water for irrigation, which states? Punjab, Haryana, then southern and western part of Rajasthan. Then next one, it is the Ganga river system. The head waters of the Ganga called the starting part of the Ganga, it is known as the Bhagirathi, and is fed by the Gangotri glaciers. It is starting from Gangotri glaciers, and in that particular point we are calling it Bhagirathi, and the joint in the Alagananda at Devaprayag in Uttarakhand, and it is joining, and it is joining with Alagananda at Devaprayag in Uttarakhand. And at Haridwar, the Ganga emerges from a mountain on the plain. From Haridwar onwards, we can see the Ganga, it is flowing in the plain area, instead of it is finishing the mountain area in the lower Himalaya, then it is starting the plain area. The next one, the Ganga joined by many tributaries from Himalaya, a few of them being major rivers such as Yamuna and Gagra and Gatak and Koshi. These rivers, river Yamuna, it is starting from Gangotri glaciers. We can see this one here, and it is more or less same starting from nearby area. Here it is the Gangotri glaciers and this Yamunotri glacier. That is the difference of starting point, and it is moving parallel to downside, then it is joining together, then that is joining together in Allahabad. Okay. It flows parallel to Ganga, and the right bank of tributary meets in the Ganga at Allahabad, and Gagra and the Gattak and the Koshi, it is starting from Nepal, Himalaya, and it is coming to India, and usually it is these rivers are getting flood in the northern plain area, and every year it is causing very much of damage in the agriculture. Okay, we'll stop and we'll continue in next video.